Welcome back to Baseline Breakdown. It is March 2nd, first day, second day of March today. We're ready filming another podcast. My name's Adriel Garcia. This is my co-host right here.
What's up, everybody? It's crazy. We are in March now, man. That is
March.
ridiculous.
And the NBA is the second most popular basketball league when it comes to March because March Madness is
Oh
about
yeah,
to
March
happen.
Madness. Yeah, is that already
Yes.
starting now?
No, well, I mean, technically college basketball already started, yes. So you can watch a couple players, you can watch a couple teams right now and kind of get
But the
what's
tournaments
going
haven't
on.
started?
No, tournament's gonna start in 2 weeks. I think in like a week and a half we're gonna get like Selection Sunday. That's where we find out who's the one seed and everything. There's a
Yeah.
crazy story in college basketball right now. You'll hear about it. There's this team that's 29-0. They're like they haven't lost a game, but they've played the 350th like fucking like strength of schedule. Like they're playing horrible teams. So
Mm.
people are like, put them in the tournament, don't put them in the tournament.
Yeah.
It'll be fun. March Madness is always just fun to watch a bunch of
March
the
Madness, like the on social media, that shit, everybody's always hype on that. There's so much
it's just
engagement,
fun.
just people posting about their brackets and stuff. I've never really personally got into it. I always just wait until watch like the final game, to be completely honest. I know you keep up with it a lot though.
I love March Madness. Yes, just from the first like 68 because there's 68 teams. I love watching all of the games. I love watching like just having multiple on in the background. It's a fun time. So
Yeah.
that'll be happening later this month though. So we now we have as of right now we have like there's like two NBA games that matter a night.
Yeah, yeah.
Like if we're being honest, every other like game is just like I guess this matters for seeding, but like a lot of stuff won't change over this one game. Like
Yeah.
it's gonna take a like so it's just not a lot of stuff's happening right now. A lot of shit, not a lot of shifting. How have you been feeling about the game recently?
It's been good, man. I've been watching a lot of like Denver basketball, Boston, Lakers, a little bit of Houston, San Antonio, like just a mixture of
You
everything.
gotta lock into like the top teams right now. Like the
Yeah,
playoff
like
teams
this
kind
is
of
the
get
time of the
get
year
what's
where
going on.
like this is like no post All-Star break. That's like the most important part of the year. Like everybody's got to lock in and just
For
you
playoff
know,
teams. Like
huh?
for like
Playoff
the
teams
playoff
exactly,
teams.
and teams who are trying to make play-in jumps or
Yes,
trying to
like
get
the
out of that. A team like the
for
Hornets.
some reason if they're like, that team I get trying to make a play and jump. The Bucks, they should not be trying like why is
Yeah,
Giannis
and I
coming
guess we
back
should mention
tonight?
it. Giannis is returning tonight against
Why?
the Celtics, which I think personally, I think it's kind of just like a him thing where he's like, I just want to go out and play. Like I know like the chances of us even making the plan. Like how many games back are they? Are they what are they
They're
11
they're
seed?
like 2 games back of the Hornets. Not too bad. Two or three.
Okay,
So
but
it's not too.
I think the thing is like I think. I feel like the Bucks, they like the front office wants to tank and just be like, fuck it, let's lose. Be honest, is like, nah, like if I'm out there, we're gonna still try to compete and
Yeah, like we
just
have a
see what we
chance.
can
Like
do. Which like I get, like I do respect it from like a competitive standpoint, but at the same time, like you just gotta have a little bit of reality check and just be like, this team is not constructed to do anything really this year. So, but
I think it's kind of interesting because the Bucks have been a fun team to watch without Giannis. Like at least in the past
yeah,
like 5 to 10 games I've been watching them.
Kevin Porter
Like
Jr.,
Kevin
Ryan
Porter
Rollins, man, they've
Jr.
been doing
Yes,
good.
he's been doing really good. Kyle Kuzma's had some fun times too. I'm like, okay, Kuzma, like, and I'm not watching Bucks games consistently, but like I'll go back and rewatch a lot of like plays and a lot of highlights. And Kevin Porter Jr. has been one of my favorite players to go back and rewatch. He's been cooking recently. I know he's
The
like a terrible person.
Cam Thomas experience was fun while I lasted.
Dude,
I tweeted
oh
that out
my
yesterday.
gosh, I saw you tweet that. It was so funny. He had
And
like
this is
15
exactly
on how
why.
many shots?
Huh? He was like 3 of 13,
Yeah, it
something
was
like
like,
that.
yeah, I was gonna
But he
say it
shot
was
he made like he shot like 10 free throws or something like that.
so bad. It was very bad game. Hopefully that's just a little fluke game. Hopefully that's just the old Ken
Is he
Thomas.
in the league back next year?
Yes, he's gonna be in the league. I think there's a
But
market.
like, is it gonna be like okay, like we'll throw you like a for example a 2 year 15 mil, or is it gonna be like a like I'm gonna be honest. If I'm a team, bro, I'm not giving him crazy money.
I
Like as team, like a team. If I'm a front office, he needs to prove that he can actually play team basketball and not just one-on-one basketball.
he's in the league. Yeah, oh for sure. I think he's in the league if he wants to be in the league because he'll get a deal, but it'll be a small deal, a very
And he
small
has
deal.
to accept that. Is
That's
his
what I'm
ego
saying.
gonna accept that?
That's what I'm saying. So he'll be in the league if he wants to be in the league. If he wants to do it, he'll do it. So I mean, some people just. Speaking of guys like not being in the league, but like when it comes to getting their contract money, why did Jeremy Sohan go to the Knicks? I heard numbers on the board talking about it on that
Bro,
podcast, and I was like, Wait a minute. This is his fucking contract year. Why would he go to the Knicks?
I'm assuming is his. I don't know for sure. I'm assuming it's because the Knicks are a playoff team. He wants to experience the playoffs. But I'm just like, bro, they already have a set rotation. You are not going to be a part of that, especially with the fact that you have no offensive game whatsoever. Cool defender and
None.
all. Yeah, like I mean, I guess he's still good at defense, but like in terms of offense, you provide absolutely nothing. So for him, it would have made more because apparently there was a bunch of teams that were interested in him, whether it was like playoff teams or like below 500 teams.
Apparently, he had
So
11
it would have made more
offers.
sense. It would have made more sense for a go to team like the Bulls or actually no, Billy
Yes.
Donovan. Billy Donovan is a terrible coach. He does not play young guys at all. So never mind.
Hey,
Or a team
but
like the fucking like
I
Kings.
know what you mean. Like a bad team that has nothing to
Yes, to
lose
be
right
like
now.
just to show like, because like bro, you're playing for a contract next year, and right now, if you do get a contract next year, it's not going to be a long-term contract. It's going to be like a one year. Can you get a minimum a vet minimum type of thing, or is it just be
I don't
like
know if he's eligible for vet minimum yet because he's only. I think he's in his fifth year. I don't think
so what do you even get? Like if you're a player like him and you can't get the vet minimum, like what do they give you? Like is it
just the league minimum.
okay, that's what I was looking for, the league minimum. That was the
Yeah.
next thing. Okay. So yeah, so right now he's pretty much gonna get a league minimum because that was just stupid for him to go to the Knicks. And I felt so bad for Knicks fans because they thought they got like some demon from the Spurs for free. But yeah, yeah.
Very, 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 very unfortunate. I think it was more of just like it's crazy that he had to get waived because like you're telling me he could have provided nothing to this San Antonio team?
I
That's
I honestly
unfortunate.
feel like I honestly feel like if Carter Bryant didn't show like flashes of him being like a
Hmm.
really good NBA player, they probably would have kept him. But the fact that he's been playing well and it's fit into the rotation, they were like, we're just gonna get rid of this guy. Carter Bryant snatched his chain immediately.
Spurs fans were saying, yeah, they were saying that Carter Bryant is a player that they wanted Jeremy Shohan to be, and Carter
Exactly.
Bryant is in that in his rookie season. So it's like, obviously
And
Carter's not perfect, but he's definitely shown some great, great flashes, some great plays.
a part of me wonders if he could have provided something different had he been developed a little bit differently in his career. Because like remember like a few years ago
The shot,
they had him at point guard. You know what I'm
dude,
saying? So, but his
that
shot is also disgusting.
dude, that
And it's
video
crazy
that you
because
commented on with the baseline account, oh my gosh, bro, that shot looked disgusting.
but do you remember the video of him? I think it was this either this past off season a year ago. He had a shot. I'd have to show it to you, but he had an
It's looking
actual
smooth.
like a smooth jump shot. He was coming
Damn.
off like screens in practice, a smooth jump shot, not no shoulder shit like that. It was smooth. So I'm like, how do you fuck that up? Like, why do you not stick to this?
Developmental
And
stuff, it's crazy.
and to me, I'm just like, how does that not bother your shoulder? Like, I know it does. I know you get treatment on that shit every single day.
It's gotta bother his shoulder because I'm not an NBA player, and I shoot 20 shots at my freaking local park a day or whatever. My shoulder hurts because my shot's goofy. So I would imagine
Exactly.
NBA player who's shooting hundreds of thousands of shots weekly, they are probably going, especially with that form, he's probably going through it because it's like that Lonzo kind of like
Jesus
sideways
Christ,
kind of
man.
thing. But
Yeah.
hopefully he ends up doing it. Hopefully, you know what? I'm hoping in some world, some way, he has like I don't know, a couple like late in this conference finals run, the Knicks need a couple players. Like maybe they're a
I
little
saw
banged up. Maybe Shohan comes in and provides some great minutes. He can get a nice little contract. There's a world where that happens. That world is probably thousands of light years away, so probably would never happen. But you know what I mean.
I saw someone give the perfect, like the most accurate description about him. They said he's the kind of player that you sub in for like the last 10 seconds for defensive purposes,
There you
like of
go.
a quarter.
There you go.
But
Maybe that's
like
why he's not.
that's
Maybe
kind
that's
of bad though. Like, damn, like they like you gonna get 10 seconds of playing
his
time
playing time
because
is 10 seconds,
because
bro.
they know like
Hey,
oh you
he
like
was
you
on
have the
the
ability to
floor.
lock down on defense, but you
You
can't do anything else.
He would have been on the floor when, like, if like his team wins a ring, though, because he would have been on the floor for that last defensive possession.
Yeah, you know it's crazy. Suns fans were fiending over him in the offseason 'cause
Jeremy
when like the
Son,
rumors are about KD potentially going to the Spurs, and like I saw, and like I remember he was in Phoenix and he posted like on his IG story like,
uh,
oh I need like a hair
nah,
braider out here, and
he
everybody's like,
hangs
oh my
out
God,
here a
he's
lot.
like I was like, bro, do not send him over here. I do
I
not
think
want
he
him.
has a spot here because also recently like during the trade deadline he was like who braids hair here or something and it was in
Yeah,
Phoenix. I think he just has a house out here. I think that's what it is. But dude, he was close. Speaking of
yeah.
another guy who was close to coming, to Phoenix. Not close to, but like Suns fans were kind of iffy, kind of wanted him, kind of not another wing type player.
Oh,
Been cooking. Jonathan Kuminga, man, the cum bucket. Shout out to my boy, bro. He is doing great in Atlanta. He's been having fun, honestly. He's like
yeah.
smiling every possession. It's like actually every
It's good
possession.
to just see him play basketball again. Like you got to feel from like, because they said he was getting DMPs at first, which is crazy, but then it went to him
Coach's
being like
decision.
injured, which
Same,
was and
same
yes,
shit.
coach DMPs. That it was straight coach DMPs, and I'm just like, and like the last the Warriors game I watched against the Lakers, I'm watching. I'm just like, Steph Curry's been out for like damn near a month. You're telling me Jonathan Kuminga couldn't done anything for y'all? Like I'm watching them like they have nobody on their court that can beat somebody off the dribble. But Jonathan Kuminga has that like burst of speed and can beat somebody off the dribble. So I'm like, he couldn't fit in the system. Like Steve
Literally,
Kerr was just
I
said fuck it.
it definitely was just a Steve Kerr personal issue in the front office for sure. Because they tried making up that story after too that his family was stealing extra food or some shit, and like
Oh was that from like a real page that posted that?
you no, it wasn't like it wasn't like a.
Oh no, I do remember. Yes, someone was saying, and then I think a Warriors player called like
Uh,
Cap or some shit.
yeah, yeah, no, Kuminga himself commented on it, just laughing at like, what are they gonna say next? And then Curry replied like, just go be great, like sorry,
Yeah,
bro. Which you can tell that he probably never had an issue with the players, and the players like Steph probably wanted him around, but
I don't think it had anything to
Steve
do with
Kerr and
him
the
or his players.
front
Yeah.
office genuinely just kind of sold that relationship and kind of sold the bag. So it's a very unfortunate because that player, Kuminga as a player, kind of fits with Steph very, very seamlessly.
Hmm.
Like you can kind of see it. And there was like at the start of the season when he was putting up like 5, 6 assists, we were like, okay, Kuminga like playing good because he had a couple games where he was kind of showing out a bit. And then Steve Kerr just said, fuck that. They
And
just
like
all
in his time of Golden State, like for he was there for like what 4 years,
he was drafted in
three
2020, brother. 6 years.
20. He was drafted in 2020.
2020. Kuminga's a 2020 or 21.
21. Yeah,
That
21.
5 years either way.
That's crazy. Well, I mean, just in his playing time, he had glimpses of like fitting in their system pretty well,
Hmm.
but it's kind of hard to, keep showing that if you're not getting any consistency with the rotation, if you're just getting benched constantly and then you're thrown into the mix at the very end, you know what I mean? So, that was just an all-time fumble. Hopefully, I hope he becomes great in Atlanta. I want to see him and Jalen Johnson like share the court more and just see how that duo can work out.
Hmm.
Because even though they do play pretty much the same way, I hopefully they can work it out somehow.
Shout out to Keaton Wallace in Atlanta. Um, I just wanted to bring him up because I didn't know Keaton Wallace had a brother, bro. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
yeah,
When I saw him, I was like, what? And then I did research and I was like, oh shit. Like
yeah.
he didn't play a lot of minutes, but I just wanted to bring him up while we were there. I just think it's a little crazy how we're seeing a lot of movement. Not movement, but like Kuminga feels like a whole new player now. Because we haven't seen him all season really.
He's just playing free.
Yes, exactly. That too, and also just because we haven't seen him this season, so it feels like a fresh trade. Like he came back from injury, even though he wasn't injured. It feels like
Yeah.
he was like coming back from a major injury, but he literally was just in the Warriors under Steve Kerr for too long, and very unfortunate situations for him. Do you think the Hawks end up in the play-in? The who Hawks Hornets? How do you feel about that right now? The Hornets are one game back of them,
Wait, where are the Hornets at right now?
10 at 30 and 31. The Hawks are 9 at 31 and 31.
Is it crazy to say I want the Hawks to stay there so they can get the 8 seed? Because I want them to play Detroit in that first round so bad.
I respect it honestly.
Because if they jump up and then get the 7 seed they play who the Celtics?
These Celtics as of right now, yeah.
Ooh, I'd feel more confident with them against the Pistons versus the Celtics, honestly.
As of right now, the Hornets are the 10, so even if they jump Atlanta, they still be at 9, so they would still end up probably playing the Pistons regardless of anything.
Yeah,
But they're also only like 2 games back of the Heat. And the Magic. They're only 2 games back of the Magic. The Hornets could
seeing the
jump up.
Magic in the play-in is so bad, bro.
The Hornets
We
could
had such high expectations of
Dude,
them.
the Hornets could jump up to like the 7 seed, bro, with like 2 wins. That's honestly pretty impressive.
I want that, man.
Speaking of the Hornets, I wanted to bring up. I showed you the screenshot of their data ball or whatever, like their on-off numbers with their core. Their starting lineup is like one of the best lineups in the
I
NBA
saw
right
they're
now.
18-2 with their starting lineup in the
I saw that.
past.
Yeah, that's what made me look up this data, bro. So with their starting lineup, for those who do not know, it's LaMelo, Khan, Knipple, Brandon Miller, Miles Bridges, Musa Diabate. Musa just got slided into that in the past like 3 months, and he's been.
Is he a rookie?
I don't think he's a. I don't know. I can't remember honestly. I just know he's
Maybe
not.
a second year.
I think he's second year. I know he's like 24. I thought he was a lot younger.
24?
I'm pretty sure. Yes.
No.
Musa Diabate. 24. 2002. I was right.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I knew he was a little bit older. I knew he was a little bit older. I thought he was younger at first, but then after research, I remember he was a little bit older. But they have been really good with those four, with those five on the court. Their net rate, and this is a massive sample size. It's not like it's a small sample size. 250 minutes of the sample size. They're a plus 28 offensive like net rating. Plus 28 is fucking disgusting. Like it's genuinely like one of the best offenses
It
ever.
it's kind of crazy to see. I saw someone on Twitter say this, but like it's kind of crazy to see a team who was like they were deep in like to be a lottery team, and then now just flip their whole season around to now
Just
they're
like that.
like. And that just goes to show, I mean, shout out to them for just buying it to Charles Lee and their coach's system. And,
Yes.
you know, I assume, 'cause I think at the beginning of the year, there was like concerns with like LaMelo's relationship with the Hornets and how that can affect other players. And
I think we
just
were
to see
talking
that hit
about that.
a switch and to flip around and to the point where like they're genuinely such a fun basketball team to watch, like they gained a fan out of me. And
Oh,
I
yeah,
haven't
I
been
know you're
someone
always
that's
watching
watched
them.
Hornets basketball in a while, but they've gained a fan out of me. So I'm I'm really happy to see them just flipping around. I'm happy for the fans too. Like just looking at those games, those arenas are packed.
Oh
Like
yeah, for sure. Which this is the time to definitely be there. Like when your team is playing this good right now, you got to
you
go
got to
out and
get it on there
support
now, man.
and show them because like this is like probably how good it's gonna. It will get better, but like at the end of the season, this Hornets team's not gonna win a championship. So just enjoy what you've got going on right now. I mean, I don't know
Yeah.
at this point. The Hornets might win a
Hey,
championship at
hey,
this
they're in
point.
the East, man. So like it's really not that crazy to say.
One point I wanted to make is plus 28 with those five on the team on the court, right?
Hmm.
One change. If you make one change, take LaMelo off, negative 18.
Damn.
Just with that one change of getting LaMelo off the court. So like LaMelo, a lot of people obviously they have the notion of him not being a winning basketball player. He plays 2K ball, he's just shooting threes, just all this that. He's always had all these like kind of things in the back of his head about not him his head, but like people always tell him and have these like their own narratives about
Narratives
him.
about him, yeah.
But you can see LaMelo is a floor general. He's the reason, and I think I brought it up before the season started how I love the Colin Sexton pickup because that was a good. Obviously, he's not there anymore, but
Yeah.
they needed floor generals when LaMelo's not there. They still do need floor generals when LaMelo's not there. Con Knipples definitely helped there, but you can still see that he's so important to that team.
Yeah.
That
And like
that system.
I definitely was one I'll be honest, I definitely was one of the people that bought into the whole narrative about him being like not like a serious player and not wanting to play in team basketball because like when you watch because like in previous years when you watched him play like you kind of understand where they're coming from. But
Yes,
um but
but you
yes,
also
the
have to
fact that
understand he was
like
playing for the Hornets.
yeah. So like I mean like there was no they didn't have back then what they have now, like a real
Definitely not.
team. You know,
That that
he didn't have two other
Devonte
scoring
Graham
partners.
was the best looking. He like him averaging 19
His
points per
scoring partner
game.
was Miles Bridges for like 3 years, man.
It was
Like there's
Devonte Graham one of those years, bro.
oh yeah,
It
that was
was,
good.
bro.
But just to show how like the second he's off the court, they're at minus 18. Like even though sometimes his consistency might not be there, just his gravity and his ability to facilitate, to play make, and just get everybody involved in offense is like really key. And he's just a huge part to what the success that they had right now. And I just really hope they can keep continuing it,
I really
keep it
hope they
up.
do. A lot of people have definitely turned into Hornets fans on Twitter, and they've been definitely supporting them a lot more, and like just being
Hmm.
like, "Hey guys, like, I really hope that we can take on the Pistons." A lot of people have been wanting that matchup, especially after the fight, after
Yeah,
like the
that
Greg,
shit was crazy.
which I think, which one of those losses in the 18-2 was that fight. So like, it's
Yeah.
kind of. Like that game was really good and really close, and like you wonder how the game would have gone if it wasn't for suspensions.
If they at least had Diabate, like
Yes,
if they just
exactly.
lost Miles Bridges, like it's okay. But like if they at least had like Diabate, like could be a different story.
Diamante's an impact.
Because Paul Reed was cooking him. Like
Oh yes. Oh my God, B-ball Paul, bro. Shout out to B-ball Paul, man.
yeah,
I think it's also super super like important to the just the city, because this even if this team probably like You don't need to do much right now. I think you just got to win above 500, and
Yeah,
you can get Charles Lee
and
in.
success. That's it.
You can get Charles Lee in Coach of the Year conversations. He probably already is, but I'm talking about he'll be a finalist if you're above 500 probably. So like
Are
there's
they
stuff like
500 now? Not yet.
no, they're one game under. So it's like very, very possible considering where their season started, their preseason predictions. If you look at it, Charles Lee should definitely get a little bit of love. I think Jordan Ott will get some love. I don't know. I don't think he wins it considering the Suns are falling a little bit right now.
Yeah.
Who else do you think gets Coach of the Year love? I don't want to go too much into the award, but I'm just trying to think. I just want to randomly think about that because last
Mitch
podcast,
Johnson, Bickerstaff.
Mitch Johnson for sure. I
You
can
think
see that.
Adelman? Actually, nah. The Nuggets
Nah,
have kind of fallen off a little
yeah,
bit.
they've definitely.
Not anymore. Not beginning of the year,
Speak.
yes.
Let's talk about that honestly. I honestly want to transition to the Nuggets a little bit because I have a good amount of notes about them. I've been
Hmm.
watching. I've been locked in on them because obviously I love Jokic, one of my favorite players in the league, and I love Cam Johnson as well. One of my favorite guys because obviously Suns guy. But holy fuck, Cam, what are you doing? You know he's
Yes,
shooting
like
42% on the year.
yes. I saw someone say like it's crazy to think that Cam Johnson is shooting like 42% from three because watching the games, like you would never guess that.
Horrible. That's why you can't stat watch. And it's been a little bit weird to kind of look because I was trying to do research for this and I was like, 42% Cam? What the fuck? Because
Yeah.
literally in my notes, I have Cam, what the fuck? Because I was watching their game against the Timberwolves and he just had some bad. There was a shot he took in the corner and he like bricked it. And I was like,
And
brother,
I was like, and literally in that moment, I'm like, damn, if that was MPJ, he probably would have made that shit.
past it, bro.
He definitely would have made that shit.
To be fair, I have seen the notion that like, oh, Nuggets fans, like you guys regret that MPJ trade.
I think
You
he would have
don't
been
get
traded
Tim
regardless.
Hardaway. You don't get Valanciunas. You don't make these other moves without the MP because
Well,
MPJ
Tim Hardaway. Well, I get what you mean, but I think Tim Hardaway and like Bruce Brown, they were just vet minimum. So when they have been able to get that without the
they wouldn't
MPJ
have been
trade,
able to make those moves at all. No.
really,
Yeah,
damn.
they wouldn't have been able. It would can't, dude. Michael Porter Jr. got a $200 million contract, bro,
Yeah, but like,
and so
how
does.
much is the vet minimum?
It's not about if how much money they have to sign. It's about being the moves to keep these players as well.
Oh, I see.
Because
Okay.
Tim Hardaway did sign for a veteran minimum, right?
Hmm.
You think he's going to come back to the Nuggets this year? Would you
With the way
want him
he's
back?
play,
As a Nuggets fan, I'd want him back. As a
I'd
Nuggets front
want him back,
office,
but he might get more money somewhere else.
that's the point. So, but the Nuggets can now offer him the most because they signed him to the minimum last year, and they have money open from the Cam Johnson and MPJ trade. So that's why I do like it in a way. But also, Cam Johnson fucking sucks right now.
Yeah, and I do. Because I feel like regardless, MPJ would have gotten traded just because
Yeah.
the front office wanted to create some kind of flexibility in the
Hmm.
cap space. But I'm just like,
It's just hard to not look at it like, bro, that's an
yeah,
all-star
especially coming from like
player
a
pretty
Suns
much.
fan, like we saw what he did for us, like him be able to like he was much better shooting for us than he is right now for y'all.
Way better. Oh my gosh.
I don't know what his shooting numbers were back then, but like just on eye watch, I was like he was hitting at least two three like three threes a game.
He only takes like four a game right now. That's his
Really? Yeah,
job, bro. He only takes like four a
yeah, that's
game.
your job. But like you got to be putting up at least like six.
Also, he does play. I think he plays better team defense,
Oh, for
like
sure.
from
No, that's what I
IQ.
think. Because like when I
But
see
one
people
on one,
criticize him,
I
one
think
on one, yes, it's kind of like it reminds me of like when we had Jay Crowder. Like Jay Crowder was not a good one on one defender, but team defense he
yes,
was great. But I
he
think Cam
was
Johnson, he's a big part. Um, like him and Tim Hardaway, I think they're really like key. It's like their team defense and just kind of flipping it
yes,
around.
definitely
But
for
one on
sure.
one, yeah, that man be getting drove by sometimes.
And you also can credit to MPJ is just way more athletic as well, so it's just a lot
Way
better.
more athletic, and
He's
he's
just got the
6'10", literally can
yeah.
shoot over anybody. Like, and just the way he elevates off the ground, like like
I
I understand the criticism of like the trade that
I
happened, but at first, like when I was like, that's not that bad. Like, but shout out to the Nuggets, didn't they get like an unprotected first round pick
They got
or
a
something
first
like
round
that?
pick and a better player out of it. So it was a really good trade for them, honestly. They definitely capitalized on his value.
Yeah,
I think one thing that I wanted to bring up for MPJ at least, it's it's more of a like yeah, this is great. This is better for him, you know? Like
this is yeah.
I think he prefers this. Oh, because he already won his ring.
He
You
won a
already
ring, he contributed to it.
and you have a $200 million contract. You can
Hmm.
just go score right now, and that's why I think it's so perfect for him in a way where he so that's why it does look really, really nice for him right now, and like why the
Hmm.
Nuggets do look a little bit like stupid for the trade. But it is the second you put MPJ on a contender, it's gonna drop down to like 20 points per game. He's
Yeah,
not
like
gonna
he's
be
averaging like what, 25 on the year. The
yeah
second
like
like if
25
he
like
if he was still on this Nuggets team, he probably would average maybe like 15, 16 points, which like
yeah
is still good for a role player, but at the same
very
time
very good.
like they're just comparing what they're seeing in Brooklyn,
Yes.
and he's not going to be getting multiple plays ran for him. If
Is
it
it
is, it's just going to be like, yeah.
Yes, that for sure. I just seen so many like casuals on like I hate using the word casual because it sounds like disrespectful,
No, we
but like
can.
casual fans on Twitter who have been like, "Oh, MPJ's 25, 6 and 7. Put this right now on the not 7 assists, ignore me. 25, 6 and like 3 assists."
I'm like, what? Send it fucking where?
But they're like 25 points. The Nuggets could use this right now, but that's not the same
They're not going to
25
get that shit on a
points.
consistent
That's not
basis.
the
They'll
same
get that. They'll
25
get
points.
that maybe once every 5 or 6 games, but not
Yes.
like on a nightly basis like what
Yes.
he's doing in Brooklyn. You know what I
And the
mean?
casual also isn't considering the fact of like re-signing Tim Hardaway and re-signing players like this. So it's just like something that we like to think about and take into effect. But we'll definitely talk about the Nuggets more when we talk about our playoff risers and droppers. That's gonna definitely
Hmm.
be something that I want to get into at least because I definitely have one in each, honestly.
Yeah.
Just general basketball talk. I just wanted to bring up the Lakers real quick. Uh, DeAndre Ayton's is he in the league next year? That you brought up the question about Cam
I want to say
Thompson.
something real quick. Can we just take a moment? Like,
I don't think the Clint Capella stuff happened on last week's pod.
no, it happened
Yeah.
during this week. Which,
Yes.
if anybody's kept up, the report came out after the Lakers win. I forget what team, but like a Lakers they
It
won
was a
against a
win?
team, and I think it was no, it was a loss. It
I
was
was
a
gonna say,
loss.
no way it was a win and this motherfucker's complaining.
Yeah, it was a loss. But he came out saying they're trying to turn me into Clint Capella. I'm not no fucking Clint Capella, which is like, if you were Clint Capella, that's exactly what they need. Like,
This team would probably be a championship team. You'd
yeah,
probably
it's
be like
like if you
two
were actually a
seed.
true rim protecting big who actually gave a fuck and showed effort, the Lakers would probably be a little more like true contenders, Mike, because I don't think they're actually contenders even, which is like
Definitely
crazy to
not.
say, which you have a trio of Austin Reeves, Luca, and LeBron James. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? But like, I just remember at the beginning of the year, like during his press conference, when they were asking him, like, what can you provide for his team? And he was saying, I'm not coming here for stats. I'm not coming here
Huh.
to like put up crazy numbers. Like, I'm just gonna be here to be the rim protecting bid that they need and do whatever they ask me. And I'm just like, yeah, yeah, let's just see how long that lasts, buddy.
He was listening in those meetings with his agent. His agent was telling him exactly what to say.
And don't get me wrong, at the beginning of the year, he was showing flashes of
He
like,
was
okay,
doing it.
like maybe he actually is buying into like this new role of like, because he was so used to being like actual like a true offensive option for a team, but now he has to be something completely different.
Mhm.
But eventually, you knew that shit was gonna come back down to reality. And hey, man, us Suns fans and Blazers fans, we try to warn y'all. We try to warn the Lakers.
Dude, he was in the matchup against the Suns. Just want to bring a couple stats here. He played 22 minutes. He had 4 rebounds. Mark Williams played 13 minutes with foul trouble, had 10 rebounds and 5 offensive rebounds. Mark Williams, a terrible rebounder,
Damn,
has
that's
had
crazy.
more
Cause
offensive rebounds in 9 less minutes than Aiden had rebounds in the game. Total rebounds. Isn't that
Mark had 10
insane?
rebounds. That's
In
crazy.
10 in in
Yeah,
10 in
that's
13 minutes. Because he was in foul trouble,
damn.
bro. Like, dude, isn't that disgusting how, like, Mark, who we, like, constantly, I'll text you throughout the year, oh, Mark, 4 rebounds, what's going on? Like, because he's our big man, I want him to get a bunch of boards. But you're telling me this man outboarding DeAndre Ayton like that? That's how bad DeAndre Ayton's moving? It was very unfortunate. DeAndre Ayton was a minus 22, by the way, in a 3-point loss.
That was, I love that one against them. They lost to Grayson Allen first option moves, bro.
Shout out
Like
to Royce O'Neal, bro. Royce O'Neal, big
that
shot.
clutch game winner. But to go back to your question when you asked if DeAndre Ayton's in the league next year, uh, I mean, considering Rob Pelinka gave him a player option, he's gonna pick that up. But can the Lakers get
I
rid of him,
forget
waive
about
him or
that.
something?
I forget about that free shit. Honestly,
Yeah.
there's probably a way to waive him, honestly, and just get rid of him next year.
Yeah, because as of right now, like if he didn't have that player option, I tell you straight up, no. Like he
I don't think a
he
team
still thinks he's good enough
desires
to
him.
be like a third option on a team. I'm like, bro. You like
Get,
you're not in Phoenix
get your
anymore, buddy.
get your blocks, get your rebounds, and hopefully you'll get a couple putback dunks, a couple lobs. Is all you're gonna be good for, my
He
boy.
needs to have like a career change, like what Andre Drummond had. Andre Drummond, he was in Detroit. He got like the bag, 100 million. He was like, like I think a first, second option for them. Then eventually he had to come to reality. Like, I'm not that same player anymore. I'm not going to get that same kind of like treatment. I'm not going to get that same kind of bag. I need to change my game. So he needs to do the same thing as well if he wants to continue being in this league. Same thing I brought up with like Cam Thomas. Like Cam Thomas is someone who he needs to change his game to be more team basketball friendly. DeAndre needs to change his game to where he can be a true rim protecting big and actually just give effort, dog. Like
Effort
there's
is
moments
not in
like
his thing. It's
just
not in
watching
his
that
vocab.
Warriors game, bro. He was making pods look crazy, like looking like a goat, like just being able to like finish all kinds of layups on him and DeAndre Ayton's like biting on like pump fakes and I'm like, bro, like it's just been a really bad week for him. I instantly just go to Lakers Twitter every time the Lakers game is on just because I want to see them just it's just so funny. They're so quick with it too.
They
Like
they
anytime
they
a
they-
bad
they've
play
always got
happens, they're
something to
just so
say.
quick with it.
They've always got something to say about him, which honestly, I kind of get it. I honestly do kind of get it. But staying here in the Western Conference, I just have a quick question for you.
Hmm.
Just about okay, it's regarding the playoffs in a way, but oh wait, before that, fuck that. Back to the Lakers. I didn't bring up the shit that I don't even know if you saw this. Do you see the Luca and JJ shit?
Oh yeah.
You see that?
I'm not trying to read too much into it because
Obviously,
there's
definitely
probably multiple
not.
times that happens between coaches and a player, but it is kind of crazy how like JJ was kind of trying to grab onto him, and Luca just moved away.
I think that also those two were like they were like teammates and joking with each other before a season. So seeing them arguing like that, I guess it like at some point it kind of makes sense because you're coaches.
And they were dogging the Warriors. So I'm like, I wonder if it
That's
was
what's
just
interesting
like,
about it. And also,
yeah,
one thing I noticed is Jared Vanderbilt, S tier teammate. He stepped
just
because
immediately got up and he was
Luca
like, God,
was
bro, sit down,
gonna
man.
gonna go back and like argue with JJ Redick a little bit more, and it may have turned into a little bit more, but I doubt they would have let it blow up. But it was nice from Jared Vanderbilt to just get in the way and just kind of diffuse the situation because it's just small or this disagreement between a player and a coach. But I thought that was kind of like, damn, like
That was
y'all
kind
are
of weird because
winning.
it would have made more sense. The Lakers were like let's say
Losing.
they let the Warriors like get the game like close and like
Yeah.
Luca made a bunch of like bad plays back to back. I understand if JJ's like frustrated with him, but they were dogging the Warriors for the whole game. So I
That's why
wonder
arguing
if
like
it was
that,
like they were arguing over a play that they had just messed up or
I
I
feel
don't
like
know,
getting
but
that
that was
heated
weird.
over one play was insane though.
But
But
that was just weird. I don't know.
that definitely just a weird situation. I just wanted to bring that up to you very, very quickly. I thought it was interesting. Another thing I want to talk about here in the West, I wanted to bring this up to you. Since the season's almost over here, I want to bring up a little stat for you when it comes to the playoffs and it comes to the West, to the NBA championships. Since 2018 Warriors, no NBA champion has made it back to the conference finals. Is OKC breaking that this year?
Really?
No, 2019 Raptors didn't make it back. 2020 Lakers, 2021 Bucks, 2022 Warriors, 2023 Nuggets, 2024 Celtics, and 2025
Wow.
who the fuck won last year? It's
Uh,
Thunder.
Thunder.
So the Thunder are the only ones that so if they make it to the conference finals, they break that trend for the past 7 years. But I just thought that was kind of crazy that I know we haven't had a repeat champion, but not even making it back to the conference finals, not even the finals, the
Damn.
conference finals has been the trend for the past 7 years. So I think
I
that's a
mean,
little
this could be
crazy.
the year that
I think it
they
will
break
be.
that.
I think
I
it will
think it
be
will be the year. I mean, it'd be crazy to see them.
because
Imagine they lose like in five in the second round or some shit.
because listen, I think it would be that would be crazy,
Well,
but
because who would they play in the second round? It'd probably
see
be like a
that's my thing. There's a world they
they could play
play
the Spurs, right?
first round. They're fine. No, first round. No, the Spurs are 2 seed. They wouldn't play until the conference finals at that. But the
Mm.
Nuggets or the Wolves, the Nuggets or the Wolves might. I don't. I think the Thunder are obviously the better team. But there's a world where those two teams could beat them in a 7 game series. They've matched up in the past few years.
I
They
think the
know the
Wolves would have a
team.
really good chance in
The
that
Wolves,
series.
I would love that matchup, bro. I
Anthony Edwards
want
versus
that.
Shea. Oh
I
man,
want
I would
because
love that.
especially if the Wolves win that, they're part of my pick to win the NBA championship at that point. If they win that series, they're my pick to win the championship. But
That'd be
I
kind of,
think
yeah, that does make you wonder because like they could get a much better or much tougher opponent in that second round, first round. They're automatically just gonna sweep by because they'll probably play the
because
Warriors or the
for the
Blazers or some
Spurs,
shit.
they'll end up playing the 17th, so the Suns or like the Clippers or the Warriors or something like that,
Yeah,
or the Lakers maybe. And then the second round, they're gonna end up playing as of right now, it's gonna be like the Rockets or the Lakers or something. So if Denver and Minnesota stay 4-5, that's really bad for the Thunder, I think personally.
damn,
I because then
that's interesting.
because then
So we can't even 100% guarantee because like I said, they can get a much tougher opponent in the second
definitely
round,
it
and
can
that shit
matter to the
just
opponent. And then also when it comes to that too, if OKC plays a long ass 7 game series and then the Spurs get freaking KD and Houston in the second round, that's 5 games for the Spurs. While OKC's probably gonna go 7.
yeah.
Like that's extra rest for the Spurs. You got Wemby coming off rest. I don't know what's gonna happen in that conference finals. So
Damn.
I think I would prefer it just because I want somebody to take down OKC, just because I think that they probably will go back to back. I'm rooting
Mhm.
against them. I'm taking every other team against them in the playoffs.
Yeah, I
But
am personally, yeah.
me too. I mean, like
Make it a little more interesting.
it's just more interesting. But I just think they will win it. But it'd be fun, man. It would be so fun if Timberwolves or the Nuggets could just keep that trend going.
Nuggets,
And
Wolves, conference finals, and Nuggets. Can the no, no, yeah.
here's
Can the
my
Wolves and the Spurs match up in the conference finals? They can do that, right?
that was going to be my next question. Which conference finals matchup would you want better if the Thunder were to be eliminated? Would you prefer Spurs Nuggets or Spurs Wolves? This considering the Thunder are gone. Low chance.
Man,
That's hard.
I'm. It is hard because like a fully healthy Nuggets team is generally one of the best teams in the league. When they have
Aaron
their
Gordon back.
Aaron Gordon, they have Payne Watson, like.
Ugh.
But the Wolves are also a really good team. But I feel like the Nuggets might match up a little better with the
The
Spurs, so
Spurs,
I'm gonna
their
go with that one
size.
more. Yeah.
I think either team would give us a good series because I think Gobert. I mean, he's played a lot with Wemby on the French team. He knows him really
hmm
well. Really good matchup there. Obviously, he's not going
Oh,
to stop
actually,
Wemby.
hold on. I changed my opinion. I think Wolves and Spurs would be better just because Gobert.
Gobert's deep. He might win
He's he's
Defensive Player of
he's
the
a
Year,
much
bro.
better he's much better defender. So like
He-
he might not allow as much points for Wemby in the paint versus like what Jokic could do.
that's why I was leaning Timberwolves because Gobert is literally like I don't think he'll win it, but because Wemby will probably win it. But Gobert, like 5th-time Defensive Player of the Year, I could see it this season. He's genuinely been
Yeah.
so good. The Timberwolves are so good. So
Do you think he's gonna be one of those players that just makes all defense every single year?
I
Like
think so at
until
this
he
point.
like falls off.
I think so, bro. The thing is, I thought he did fall off though. That's what's crazy. I
Yeah,
thought Gobert fell
I
off
haven't
four
seen so much
years
about him,
ago.
but like when you actually watch the games, you're like, holy shit, his impact is like huge.
I like literally I was thinking like, okay, this is the end of Gobert once he got to the Wolves and like but no, he just continued to be a
Oh, you thought he fell up when they did that trade? You thought he was gonna fall off?
yeah, I thought like this was him like I didn't think that match would be good with him and
hmm
Cat. Ended up perfect. But and then after that I was like, okay, maybe he doesn't have Cat next to him, he won't be as good. Bro's just straight just the best defender. He might just be a top like 5 defender of all time like at this point.
Could.
But it would be a really good matchup regardless of anybody who matches up with the Spurs. The West, just all these playoff matchups are going to be so good. The East has been getting super close as well. Like
Yeah.
I'm going to be super locked into like Boston versus Knicks, like that. Like if that ends up being a series in like the second round,
There are
that's
going to be some very lackluster first round matchups though. Like
for sure.
If Boston gets like the Hawks, I'm not.
The Hawks are not making that shit, bro.
I mean, you never
We're gonna
know.
we're gonna go. We'll do our play-in predictions, but I'm telling you right now, the Heat and the Hornets are the two in that shit. Orlando not making it. Orlando's
Oh,
not
Orlando,
making it.
I've been out on Orlando for a while now,
They're
man.
gone,
Yeah.
bro. Heat and the Hornets are locked into my play-in teams. We're gonna get good matchups. 'Cause it's gonna be the Boston versus the Heat, so that'll be a good matchup. No, that shit'll be ass.
Yeah,
That'll be
I'm
four
good. Yeah.
fucking games. But you want to talk about the playoffs and like the risers and droppers, man? We got a lot to talk about when it comes to
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I got a good amount in each category. Which do you think about both? For those watching, we both wanted to bring just playoff risers and droppers who we think is going to be performing when it comes to individuals,
Could be teams or
teams,
players.
yes, teams or players who are going to be stepping up the playoffs or maybe just stepping down a bit. Who do
Mhm.
give me a riser or dropper? Give me a player, and I'm gonna try to guess if it's a riser or dropper first. I just want to see.
Well, this one's gonna be really easy. Cam Johnson.
You put him in dropper?
I put him in dropper, man.
Damn. I see. I did put him in dropper as well.
Because my thing is like we talked about like his team defense is really good, but like in the playoffs you got to be able to hit those big shots that can swing momentum in a game. And Michael Porter Jr. in like the previous like playoff series like for the Nuggets, he's hit big shots. Like the most one that can come to mind recently as the last time they faced the Lakers, I think it was in game 2 where he hit a really big three to make it 95-95 and then it swung momentum back for Denver.
Yup.
I don't know if Cam Johnson will have that same kind of effect where
He did in
if he's
2021.
he did in 2021. He
But that
did,
was
yeah.
5 years ago.
Yeah. So I just don't know. I don't think he's gonna have that same effect where like let's say the Nuggets are like coming back down like 20 in the playoff series and like they need a three to like either get the lead back or tie the game up and he's wide open or if they get the ball to him, I don't know if he's gonna have those he's gonna be able to hit those kind of shots. You know what I mean?
I like that. I like that. I put Cam Johnson in here more for his defensive liabilities than anything. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie. Mostly it's because I
You think he's
remember
gonna be targeted?
I remember very specifically Game 7 when Luca broke him down so bad, and it was just like I think
That
that
was
was the
also
moment
I think he's gotten better as a defender since then.
for sure. But one on one, you're attacking
Yeah.
Cam Johnson out of anybody else in that court. I'm sorry.
Yeah. He also
I
just
think
doesn't have
I
like
think you would
yeah.
attack Cam Johnson's slowness over Jamal Murray's smallness. I'm being honest. Like Jamal
Yeah,
Murray's
that's the
not a
thing,
tall
because
guard.
off the rip, I'm thinking a team is gonna target Jamal Murray, but Cam Johnson just doesn't have that like have that lateral quickness to be able to
The
keep up with the
lateral
defender in
speed.
front of him. You know what I mean? So like if a guy like Luca or hell, who's another guy like
He's just a little too short and a little bit too small for a four, but not fast enough for a three. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, I honestly don't know what his like best position is
He's in that
because
middle ground of like 3.5. Like it's kind of
yeah, yeah,
very,
because
very
like because
hard.
he's not big enough to be a four, but he's not good enough a defender to be at the three. You know what I
Yes,
mean?
it's like if you want to be a good defender at the three position, you need to also be able to guard shooting guards and like
Yeah.
the point guards, if we're being honest. So it's a little hard when Cam Johnson's also like just he's a 6'8" guy, so I guess he's slower. But Michael Porter Jr. did it, so
Mhm.
don't want to shit on the Nuggets too bad though. But on my risers, actually, I put the Nuggets and Jokic and Murray.
Okay.
I think Jokic and Murray's two-man game one of the best in the NBA. Obviously, it's so hard to beat. Those two guys, when it comes to the playoff time, they're gonna make sure they make the right plays. And I know you said the Nuggets are gonna need their role players to make big plays, which is true. And I'm not saying that the Nuggets are gonna rise into a finals run.
Yeah.
I think that they're still gonna show that these two guys are one of the best like two-man games. They're gonna still put on great performances. We're gonna get some great games from these guys. I really want to see that Thunder
I
match.
hope so, man. I really hope so. And I hope Jokic, I mean, I hope Jokic can just his because like off stats, you think he has a great game, but just watching the game, you like it's like you can tell like he's not the same player past post injury.
Reason I'm not too worried is I think a lot of it is conditioning. He looks really just fat and gas. I'm not gonna
Bro, he's
lie.
gained weight since that 2023, and I'm just like, damn, bro, why not drop the weight?
I hope that he plays himself into shape for this playoff run. Like I'm hoping that's what this is right now.
I
And
hope he
he
just drops weight in the off season too.
oh for sure. I'm just talking about like the playoffs right now.
Yeah, no, right now as well, yeah.
Like he needs to like take these 20 games like kind of like a get into shape, lock in on your body if you want to win a championship this
Which
time. But
I think it might because there's been some pretty intense games where he's had to play like big minutes and like
exactly.
long stretches as well. So
And that's all
that
the
obviously
playoffs
will
is.
help
In the
him.
playoffs, you will be playing 40 plus minutes a night
40 minutes, yeah.
past the
You're not
first
playing no
round.
32 minutes or nothing, yeah.
Exactly. I know 30 anything under 38 and that's because you guys had a blowout.
Unless you're just dogging a team out
Yeah,
and
that's
like,
because you
yeah,
had a blowout. That's the only reason you play anything under like 35 minutes a game.
yeah.
No other reason other than that. Who's another playoff riser or dropper you have?
Okay, this one might be a little. Well, I wanted to hear your take on it.
Hmm?
Ron Holland
Ooh, okay. Did you put him in
being a
riser?
playoff riser,
I like that. I like that.
being a playoff riser, because he's definitely taken the sophomore leap this year. He's a very gritty defender. I love watching him play. He's really good at hitting like backdoor cuts and just being able to like first turnovers and like just fast break points. And I think he could be like a really big spark of the bench for them as well.
Hmm
Like he's already won now in the regular season, but just in the playoffs. And just I wouldn't be surprised if he hit a few threes, in
That's
like
what
big moments. You know what
that's
I'm
what I was gonna
saying?
say.
Like,
If you can get Ron Holland to hit like two threes in a playoff series, I'm not talking about in a game. I'm talking about like two threes the entire series. You're looking good. Like if he can
yeah,
hit just like one or two every now and then, it's like a team has to step out on him a little bit. That helps your I don't know. In the playoffs, when it comes to like your shooting and your defenses, you're
yeah,
gonna you're gonna leave the guy open that can't shoot. So that's the only reason I'm like worried about him and worried about this team in general. Because
because they literally don't have any shooting outside of Duncan Robinson. So
very
that's
hard.
why, yeah.
And I have another dropper here, and it's the same team, so that's why I kind of want to bring him up. And I texted him to you earlier, and this is my guy. You know I love this guy. You know I love Jalen Duren, but I think Jalen Duren's not gonna have the best not first, second playoff series, man,
Hmm.
or second playoff run. I just think a lot of it comes down to he's gonna need to be the second offensive option and teams are going to force him to be. And I don't know if he's ready to be that with just his paint scoring. He has a little bit of a
Yeah.
floater, but other than that, it's going to be a little bit restrictive. So once that first round series ends, it's going to be a lot of attacking when it comes to him on the like offense side of the ball because there's not a lot that he can do. They're going to force him to
Hmm.
score, force him to be the big guy. So I'm hoping he can step up, but I just think personally, I don't think he will step up in the moment. I just think Jalen Duren will probably have a little bit of a slower series.
I'm gonna keep it on the same team for
Damn.
Dropper.
We fucking hate the Pistons. Holy
I'm
shit.
just like, here's the thing.
Oh,
Eventually I got someone else, but I am a little worried about for Cade.
you said
I
Ron's gonna be a riser though. You said Ron's gonna be a
Yeah, yeah.
riser.
So Ron's a
So
riser, but I have Cade potentially being a dropper in the playoffs,
oh,
cause
really?
cause
How was last year?
huh?
How was his playoffs last year?
I think he was decent. I can't remember. I'd
Yeah,
have to
yeah,
go
I
watch,
can't
but
remember too much. I gotta rewatch a lot of highlights
but
and gameplay.
the reason why is like if he's not on the court, they genuinely have no offense without him. Like they don't have like a true like Karis LeVert is like their second ball handler and like pretty much a guy to initiate offense.
Mm-hmm.
So I just wonder it's because they're gonna throw multiple bodies at him, like especially if like they already have two guys in their starting lineup in Asar and Jalen Dirt who can't stretch the floor, can't shoot the three. So if Asar is open, they're gonna leave him open. If they got Ron Holland in the game, they're probably gonna leave him open as well. Same with like
Mm-hmm.
a Javante Green. So if they got those guys in with Cade, they're literally just gonna throw multiple bodies at him, and I don't know if he's gonna be able to keep up with that. Is that gonna
Yep.
take a toll on him? It's gonna cause fatigue. He's not gonna be able, he might not be able to hit the same kind of shots or just have that same kind of like these like the performance that we would expect a superstar like him to have. You know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
I think first round could potentially be good depending who they
Mm-hmm.
play, like in the Hornets. But like if you get to a second round matchup, you place a team like Boston, who they're a very physical team.
Yeah.
Um,
It's gonna be
it,
a
it
little
it it might not
scary.
look as good. So
It's gonna be very
that's
scary.
just my worry that like it like if they get past the first round, which they most likely
Yeah.
will his body might take a toll.
Yeah, and I think that's something we brought up recently. How I think we think the Pistons are closer to second round exits than they are to making the finals, which
Yeah.
is unfortunate for like the best team in the league right now because they still are the best team in the league when it
Hmm.
comes to record. But yeah, I just think it's a lot of glaring issues show up in the playoffs and a lot because it's 4 games that you need to win in a week and a half span.
Yeah.
You play 7 games total if you end up making it to that fast you're all these you have like 30 people coaching staff players all week they're thinking about guarding you playing you
Yes.
what their game plan is against you as the best player on their team and when you don't have that second option to rely on it's going to be harder for Cade because everybody's looking at Cade right now whoever's playing him in the second round obviously first round yeah we can talk about the Hornets it's fun and stuff but that matchup probably will go 5-6 at the max if anything
Yeah.
but that second round matchup, a true contender, a true like a Celtics, like you brought it up, Missoula is gonna game plan the hell out of Cade Cunningham and gonna
Missoula is gonna have on a whiteboard four players on Cade at all time. He's literally gonna have that shit on a whiteboard.
yeah, that's all, and that's all they're gonna have. That's probably all. That's all they're gonna have in their coaching like meetings. It's like defensively, and it'll probably work. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
because of the construction right now. I'm hoping not. I'm hoping
Yeah, I'm
we
hoping
get. I'm
I would
hoping we get
hate
a
that.
Pacers run where I know he had Pascal Siakam, so it was a little bit different. But I'm hoping we had a Pacers run where like all the shooters, the role players are shooting crazy. Everybody's like locked in. I would love
Hmm.
to see that from the Pistons because it'd be fun, like. But I don't think that happens, man. You really need to. All the cards got to be dealt in your favor. So
Yeah.
they're one of those teams where it's like injuries and stuff. If they get lucky when it comes to their matchups and injuries, I can see
Hmm.
them making it, but probably just some droppers on their roster, which I
Yeah.
understand honestly. So we you and I said you said Cade, I said Duran, and then you said
Yeah, I
Holland as a
have
riser.
two. I have one riser and then two droppers.
Nice.
So
I had a dropper in Jalen Duran, and then I had two. Oh, I just had one riser in Denver
so
Nuggets.
who's another riser you have?
Another riser I want to bring up here, and this is just as a player, obviously. Luka Doncic, the playoffs are his forte. He loves it.
Hmm.
I think when it comes to his scoring and his offensive output, it's hard to game plan for him. We're
Hmm.
talking about how the teams are going to do that for Cade. You can't do that with Luka when he has Austin Reeves and LeBron James. It's a little bit harder. So Luka's going to get his when it comes to offensive scoring, his assists, his numbers, his rebounds. I don't know if the Lakers even make it past the first round, but
I personally don't have them, but yeah.
that's why I didn't put anybody else. I just think Luca, when it comes to his numbers and his play, he does perform better in the playoffs
Hmm.
because it's just where he has to perform better. And his conditioning has been iffy throughout the season. It's something I have been people talking about. He's playing a lot right now, though. He's healthy right now, so I'm kind of banking on he's going to play really good into the playoffs, and he'll
Hmm.
just continue to just. He's always been known to average crazy amounts of numbers in the playoffs, and he did it last year with the Lakers too. So
Yeah.
I think even though like they didn't win that Timberwolves series, he still had great performances. So I think
Yeah, I
they'll
think
just
individual performances he might do good, but just as a team as a whole,
yeah.
yeah, they probably
He,
won't do that great. Yeah.
I have another player on their droppers. I have another one of their players on my droppers.
Who is it?
DeAndre Ayton. I assume, yeah, I think that was kind of an easy one.
Yeah, I'm just thinking, and like we'll get back to, I just want a quick question. Like, when do you bench him for Jackson Hayes? Like, do you bring Jackson Hayes as a starter? Does that really change?
What's crazy is like
Because
they
to
didn't
me,
even
like
dude,
Aiden
they didn't
has
even
like,
bring Jackson Hayes out against us because we were running a little bit small.
yeah,
Oso was running our center for a bit, and obviously he does that consistently. But Oso's like 6'10",
yeah,
6'9",
and
like
I think like DeAndre Ayton has the better like frame versus Jackson Hayes, so why he can like
100%.
to like be able to go up against like bigger, stronger centers.
DeAndre Ayton has
Um,
literally David Robinson's fucking body,
exactly,
and
which
he
is kind of
plays like
crazy. Like,
Karis LeVert.
and it's
Like it just
crazy. So when
pisses
I
me
watch
off.
him play, I'm just like, bro, you're like, he's in year what, 7?
Bro, he's 7'1". I'm pretty sure
No,
DeAndre
he's
Ayton's like,
no Aiden's in he's in year 7, right?
oh
Or
yeah. Dude, I think
year
year
8, right?
eight, year eight. They were drafting
And you're in year
2018.
8, you have a really good build. Like he has a David Robinson build, and he still can't back down his opponents. Or I don't know if he can't or he just doesn't want to.
That's a thing. That's the thing when it comes.
So
We can't go back to just dogging on this fucker, but God, it feels like that's
it's
what it feels like that's what half of the media is doing. Which do you see what Channing Frye was? I love when Channing
oh yeah,
Frye
he
was
was
on his
saying
ass. He
yeah,
was talking about
he
like
was going off, but he
which
was yeah,
that's what I love is other players or other people around the league are noticing.
keep it real.
Just keep it real, like effort, try, show you care, show that you are actually trying to do this for your basketball team. But he just
Hmm.
really wasn't trying to do it. I also put the Lakers as a whole on my droppers,
Yeah.
but which is kind of redundant to have Luca in my risers. But I just think we'll get like a Luca's probably gonna average like 38, 9, and 10 or something, and the
Yeah.
Lakers are probably gonna lose in five. Like that's just the honest truth.
Yeah.
But give me
Someone
another
in
guy.
my riser, I have Jared Allen. Um,
Oh, I love that. I
I
love that.
for the past ever since that James Harden trade, he's just been looking really good. Like beginning of the year, he was horrible. Just wasn't able to really get any kind of offense going. I mean, it's not like he's like they're like looking to be like a scorer, but like just
Yeah,
even like for second chance points, he hasn't been able to contribute. But in this last like 2 weeks, he's been really good. He's been really dominant in the paint, like just being aggressive
super.
with the rebounds and forcing second chance points and being able to get to the free throw line and just he's been looking really good, and I think with the
Yes. And he had a
and
bad like start to the
and
season.
yeah, and like to think about like because I was worried when James Harden was out these last couple of games, like okay, is his numbers gonna drop down a little bit? But no, in that game they had against the Pistons, he was really dominant in the paint.
And
Like they really had no answer for him,
the Pistons almost lost that too.
and they almost lost that game too. So
Overtime.
that's why I feel like he's gonna have a really good playoff series, especially if they might play the Pistons, because I think if the
I
Pistons
that matchup
that's a scary matchup for them.
that matchup's not good for the Pistons. I really don't like that matchup
Yeah,
at all for the Pistons. And I kind
yeah,
of want to talk about a riser here myself because it's a teammate of Jarrett Allen's. And this might sound crazy, I have two people who are teammates. I didn't put Evan Mobley. Don't worry.
Okay, I'm like, oh fuck, this guy's gonna fucking put him in. I'm like, oh
I
God.
saw your face and that was funny. I put Donovan Mitchell obviously
Yeah.
because I think his playoff scoring is insane. He's a great playoff player. I think this is the year the Cavs are really good in the playoffs. I think James
You think
Harden's going
James
to be a
Harden's gonna have his like
riser this year.
actual good year?
Usually he's a dropper and consistently he has been. I think
Mm-hmm.
the past few years his playmaking has taken over for his playoff runs, which has been
Mm-hmm.
important. His efficiency in scoring sometimes is iffy, but his playmaking is there and his offense is fine because you got Donovan Mitchell right next to him as a lead guard. He can also be offensively amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Jarrett Allen can be is there for his playmaking. Evan Mobley. Uh, but I think James Harden will be a riser. He's known for being a dropper. I think this is the year where he like shows that he is a generational two guard. People finally stop disrespecting him because people
Yeah.
act like James Harden is one of the worst players ever just because he doesn't have a
He's
ring. Shut up.
nah.
This
Shut
motherfucker is
up, man.
a superstar. Like not right now, but he is a superstar player and he is still an
Yes.
all-star offensive engine. So I think he's going to be really good in this playoffs. I'm excited for their matchups, honestly.
I'm excited
If
for them
they
too, yeah.
if they get that Pistons matchup, I'm licking my lips for a
That
conference
that's a
finals
that's a
run.
really bad matchup for this for the Pistons, man, if they get that.
That's what it's looking like.
Yeah.
Who
Um,
else you got? Give me a dropper. Give me a dropper.
okay. This is might be a little controversial. Tyrese Maxey.
Ooh, interesting.
I
Did he
am a
have a 40
little
bomb last year?
huh?
Did he have a 40 bomb last playoffs? I'll look it up. You're good. You're good.
Maybe.
Keep talking. Keep
I
talking.
yeah, I am just a little worried that with the amount of minutes he's been playing, is fatigue going to play a big factor to the point where he's not going to be able to beat players off the dribble as much. He's not going to be able to score at the rim as efficiently and just, be able to hit those shots.
Yep.
So that's what I'm gonna because he's this man's playing like 40 minutes damn near every single night. You know what I'm saying? That's not something that you should really do with
That's
your
not
star
typical.
player in the regular season. At most maybe 35, 37 minutes. Obviously you get close to 40 if it's like a intense game or like overtime, but like I mean, how many minutes did he play last night? Let me see. I'm gonna check this out last night.
Something crazy. He's literally been averaging crazy amount of minutes. Because
Yeah, and I'm just like, what are the six? Let me see. Philly. He played 43 minutes last night.
huh. That's
So 5
insane.
minutes of rest and a game where they were getting dogged out for majority of the time. Um, I just feel like fatigue is going to play a really big factor to the point where his efficiency, his numbers are going to take a really big hit. Um, and that's going to suck because you also have to worry about someone like a Joel Embiid if he's there, or even like a Paul George. Like if those guys can't contribute as well, and Tyrese Maxey can contribute as well, that's not going to look good for the Sixers.
Uh that's actually kind of true. I think that VJ Edgecombe might be a little because he's a rookie too, so you can't really rely on him as well to
Yeah.
be like that anchor. I was gonna say did Maxey have a 40 bomb last year, but I forgot the Sixers didn't make the fucking playoffs.
Yeah, I was thinking, I was like, what?
Because
Man, no,
I'm looking at this game log, I was like, where's the 2025 game? Where are the 2025 games? And I was like, oh yeah, the Sixers didn't fucking make it.
Yeah.
But in 2024, he did have a couple good playoff performances. He had a 46 piece in a
Against the
playoff
Knicks.
game.
Yes, that was
Yeah,
really
so
good.
that's why I was remembering he had a good playoff performance. So, but that's just one performance. So I could see him maybe just also Embiid's probably not going to play every single game in this playoffs. You can't.
Yeah.
There's probably going to be a game where Embiid misses, and Maxi he can carry the offense, but in a playoff game. It's a little bit
Yeah.
different. We've said it multiple times in this podcast. Playoffs are different. You're getting targeted. You're getting game planned for 4 games out of a week. It's gonna be incredibly, incredibly hard, especially in
Yeah,
the first.
If Embiid's not playing and his scoring partner in Paul George, who's probably gonna stink it up, like nah,
Bro, I
they're just
forgot he's
gonna
gonna fucking come back. Oh my god, I forgot about
yeah.
PG, bro. Oh, we both
Oh
looked down for the
shit.
shams. We both looked down for the shams notification. That's funny.
Oh yeah.
Trey Young will make his team debut Thursday. That's good that he's actually playing.
Yeah, yeah. Good. I'm
I,
glad, bro. Yeah, get a
I'm
little tease, a
super
little something.
excited. The league definitely got on their head, bro.
Yeah.
The league definitely got. That's exciting. Are you gonna? What's that? Thursday against the Jazz. I don't know if I want to watch. I'm gonna watch it just because it's Trey Young. But fuck, why the Jazz?
Yeah.
Come back against like the Thunder or something. Let's get a good ass game going. Nah, but that'll be
Nah, nah,
exciting.
nah. That's a good first game for to come back.
Honestly, I'm super excited for that matchup. Trey Young. Okay, I didn't think we
I'm
would
getting that
see.
post up, but
Yeah, you're good. I didn't think we would see him in a Hawks jersey or a Wizards jersey this year, or at
I
least
didn't
this
think so,
season.
especially with like when they said, I mean, Anthony Davis was gonna come back. I'm like, okay, they're probably gonna sit both out.
Yeah, that's what I was. Hey, shout out to him. Let's go. So,
Yeah.
do you think he plays this season then? Like from this point on?
Why not? I mean, just get like
Yeah,
some
play
kind of
like a good
groove.
10,
Like
15 games, you know?
I would hate to see. I would hate to wait until October to see how Trey Johnson looks next to him, how Keyshawn Joy
Yes.
looks next to him,
How the
how Alex
offense is
Sarr looks
running through
next to
the
him.
yes.
Alex Sarr is the main one I'm looking forward to. Like if they can like develop some kind of chemistry and pick and roll game with that guy now versus, having to wait until October to get some playing time. You know what I mean?
Something we also got to consider though is it's March right now, so like March basketball is usually like so like there's usually like players that have some crazy like Josh Jackson used to average like 20 points per game in March. Like
His
like
name
when it
should be like a slur, bro. I'm so sorry.
okay, bro. But like, you know what I'm saying? When it comes to March, we see a lot of performances where we're like, "Oh, maybe the next season this guy will be crazy." Like Cam Thomas was kind of doing that sometimes.
Yeah.
So hopefully the Hawks, whatever they do, or the Wizards, whatever they do right now, it's real, and we can kind of see what it's like. So I'm excited to see that. That's cool to get some breaking news.
Yeah, I'm glad. Adam Silver definitely got on there. Asked about that shit. Hey man, play him. Like we need something, bruh.
Yeah, shout out to Trey Young, man. Shout out to Trey Young. You want to get back into these playoffs, risers and droppers, though?
Yeah, is it my turn or your turn? I forgot.
Let me give you a riser here, man. I got a couple more risers here. Uh, two. This one's. I'm like iffy about giving it because I don't even know, man. I'm very iffy about giving it. I'm. This is just more of a prediction. But I'm feeling J-Dub, man. I think J-Dub's gonna come
Dropper?
back. I think he's gonna come back from injury. I think Riser.
Oh, Riser. Okay.
I like him this playoff series, man. I think
hmm
he's gonna come back from injury really healthy. I love how much rest he's getting. He's resting a
That
lot.
is good. Yeah, but
He's gonna
also
have
can
like
it play a fact with like the conditioning could be
oh
like
for
a
sure. But
yeah
he's also when it comes to younger guys, conditioning's a lot different.
yeah.
Like Jokic, fat sloppy boy. No offense. Like he's like he's like 31, so he's like 30s and stuff. So he's just a little
Yeah.
bit older. So and he's also just known for his conditioning stuff. Big man. I would trust Jay more. I personally just think that he's gonna be. A lot of people are looking at him to not have a good playoff series because he's injured. He's gonna be a decoy. He's kind of coming back a little. I think he's gonna
hmm
come back, average 24 a game in these playoffs, do really really good and just because I've always told you I think the Thunder are going back to back, so I just think that he'll probably just play a role in that. So
hmm
that's why I put J Dub.
Okay, I can do one more riser and a dropper. For a dropper,
Talk to me, talk to me, talk to me.
I got Sengun, bro. I got Sengun.
Oh, we got the same one. We
Same
both
one,
put that
man.
guy.
Um, he's 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 kind of small to be like a big, so like he's not really a good rim protector. So that's the one thing. Like he's not a good rim protector. He's kind of the same situation DeAndre Ayton, where like they don't really show a lot of effort on the defensive end. He'll get targeted. I mean, Ime Udoka has thrown a bunch of strays on him. Like the last game they had, and when they were
Yes,
like, what was the issue for tonight's game? He was like individual defense, which is clearly just a stray towards
that's a crazy
Sengun.
thing for a coach to say, bro.
I mean, I kind of like it though. Keep your player accountable. Like
I get keep your player accountable, but to the media is crazy. Keep your player accountable to like his peers and other players. I feel like to the
yeah.
media is like that's like a step too far. That's just me though. I don't really. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter.
So there's that the fact that he's not a good defender. He's not that good of he's not a good rim protector.
Very bad defender.
Um he's slow as well, so he's not gonna be able to keep up with a lot of the players. And his efficiency number and his numbers is taking a toll, man. Like this, I think beginning of the year he was good, but in the past few weeks, like post All-Star break, it just hasn't been as effective. And I see Rockets Twitter on his ass damn near every single game. It's always a mixture of getting on Sengun's ass and then criticizing Ime Udoka for not playing Reece Shepard more.
I,
That's always what I see.
I saw on numbers on the board they were talking about like the Rockets and everything and like kind of
hmm
just what they will do and they brought a hot take on their podcast on Saturday for like every team. Their hot take for the Rockets was if they don't make it to the conference finals, the Rockets question their young core. Do you agree with that? I personally, I actually I don't want to sway your opinion. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Um,
Talk to me. Talk to me.
well, okay, because the young core right now is like a man, Jabari, I guess Tari Eason as well,
Yeah,
and
man,
then who
but
else? And then
Şengün too,
Şengün.
bro.
Um, I don't think they would question it. I think the next step would be like Well, I guess if they were to trade like a Şengün, is that them questioning their young core?
I think maybe more listening to offers is questioning it because they weren't
Yeah,
listening to offers for them before. But I think those like Amen Thompson before you were talking about how he's untouchable for Devin
yeah,
Booker. I'm pretty sure now they trade Amen Thompson for Devin Booker in a heartbeat. No offense. I
yeah.
think they would personally.
We're not accepting that shit. Let's
I'm
be
not
honest.
accepting
Yeah,
it,
I'm
but
not accepting that shit as a Suns fan.
I-
Fuck out of here.
but like
But
it's possible. I think it's like Amen Thompson. His shooting is something that people brought up, and I think it was kind of just I think people in the back of the heads just thought, oh yeah, he'll get a shot. He can hit a three, but man, it hinders him when
can you though?
he
Can you though?
can because he's an NBA player. Don't compare him. Don't put him in Dyson Daniels category.
No, but I'm just saying, like, can he though? Like, I can't remember the last time I saw this dude shoot a fucking three or made a three, bruh.
I get what you're saying,
It's
bro.
and
No,
I'm just
it's
like, bro, you're a wing. Shoot the fucking
very
three,
fucking cool.
man.
And I mean, KD said it himself in those group chats, bro. Your young core
Yeah,
can't defend or shoot.
what I'm
Like, what's
saying.
going on?
But
I personally
I
think
definitely think that they will question their young core a little bit and just see because listen, man, Kevin Durant, he's not getting any younger. Like you have a very
yes,
limited
yes,
window. He did sign a 2 year extension with you guys, but
yes.
it's a very limited window. You don't know. He's having a great year. Kevin Durant's having a great year. It doesn't look like he's slowing down anytime
And
soon, but
he's
you
talking
don't know
about
when that's
playing
gonna
in
happen.
the
And to
2028 Olympics.
2028, I'm like,
So,
okay, so he's gonna be like 40 by then.
and I think he'll still be in the league, but you got to worry about him still being on the Rockets. Like I know he's
Yes,
still got that
and
2 year
just
deal,
being
but
like
those deals do not matter. The contract doesn't matter. We've seen it with
you got to
KD.
capitalize these next few years of Kevin Durant because you don't know when his efficiency and his numbers are going to drop and just his overall as a player is going to drop. So you got to
Hey,
maximize and just
hey, this
do
is
what's best. So if that means you have to trade a Men Thompson or a Şengün or hell even like just a trade of Jabari Smith to get a better player next to him. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to do what you got to do. So I definitely feel like I don't know if conference finals. I definitely feel like if they were to make the second round and
and
they
it's
just get
competitive.
dogged and they
Yeah,
get
if it was
dogged
if it was
out,
yeah okay.
then they'll compete. Then they'll question it. But if they lose in the second round in like 6 or 7 games and it's competitive, I don't know.
Like it
I
was
feel like at that point
a
they'll be
game or a
like,
play away.
yeah, I feel like at that point they'll
Because
be like, well, if we had, we'll get Fred back next year, you
that's
know.
something I feel like I didn't see them consider a lot when I was listening to the podcast. They weren't talking a lot about the Fred VanVleet injury and kind of like
Yeah.
they did bring it up how they thought that they were contenders before the Fred VanVleet injury.
Hmm.
So that's why I don't think they question their young core too much because yes, even though they probably if they lose in the second round, flame out, it's probably unfortunate for their expectations.
Yeah.
They didn't have their point guard. They didn't have incredible shooting, great playmaking. Fred VanVleet is also a good
And
defender
they
as
could
a small
lose
guard.
games in the playoffs due to just clutch moments, like not being able to
Yes.
hit clutch, like get any kind of offense going in the clutch time. If you had a point guard like Fred VanVleet to be able to initiate the offense, that couldn't work out.
It's
So
also the
that's
first year of adding a top 10 player of all time to your team who has a completely like he's got a good offensive system, but like you have to make sure your offensive system includes him. And that's something the
yeah,
Rockets have done good, but not in the clutch. I think
yes,
in the clutch, they've done a very bad job of including Kevin Durant when they really need to. In the half court in the regular game, Kevin Durant's getting the ball, he's getting to his spots, he's getting his. But Şengün is getting plays ran for him. KD brought it up on his burner, bro. They drew up the play for Alpi, bro. Like no, we
nah,
Kevin Durant needs to get the ball every play. Reed Shepherd over Şengün, bro. Reed Shepherd was
yeah,
hitting big
man.
shots in that
Like
Magic game. Like
if Şengün has a mismatch and he's able to capitalize off it, cool. But like just running plays for him, like I don't think that's the smart thing to do. Give it to the best player. Give it to the guy that you know can get you that bucket.
and
You
he's
know what I'm
getting you the
saying?
buckets in the half court in the regular game. Why
Exactly.
aren't you doing this in the clutch, Ime? So a little unfortunate. You can like I wish you had Udoka's rotations with JJ Redick's play calling and be like the perfect coach. Like
Exactly.
like
Yes.
JJ Redick's play that he like that Austin Reeves like that like out of the timeout the freaking
That bro, that was a
such a
beautiful
beautiful
ass
play.
play.
Beautiful play. Like stuff like that. If you had Ime Udoka drawing this stuff up for Kevin Durant, oh my God, it's beautiful.
That's
But
why like Ime's not a good offensive coach. He's good defensive, but
great
offense is
defensive, great
not the
with
best.
rotations, and great with like personnel. But
Not the best decision making.
yes, decision making is the only I think is very very unfortunate and play calling when it comes to that. Getting off the Rockets here, do want to talk about a dropper again, and I guess it isn't really getting off the Rockets. It's kind of staying with the Rockets because okay, I don't know if this team is even making the playoffs. You never know, man. I personally think that. Dylan Brooks is gonna be a little bit of a
Mm,
dropper in this year's playoffs. If he comes, listen, his timetable is to come back by playoff time. 6 to 4 weeks.
okay.
He'd be back by playoff time. He'd be back, I think, by game 1 because that's late April. Coming back off an injury, you're gonna have to be Booker's second option, and
Is it his right hand or left hand?
I'm pretty
Left
sure
hand,
I
I
think
think.
it's right. Is it?
No,
Let
it's
me.
his left hand. Left hand.
Is
Yeah,
it
yeah,
non?
yeah,
That's
yeah,
good. That's very good for him. But asking bro to come back and be the second option because Jalen Green's cool, but Jalen Green ain't no second option right now. I'm sorry, he has
yeah.
not been playing like that. I just think Dylan Brooks is going to be asked to do a lot of him this playoff series, and coming off the injury, it's going to be a little rough for him. I just think
Mhm.
he's going to be a little bit of a dropper. Unfortunately, I just
I'm not mad at it. I definitely can see, it, especially with like,
I
I mean,
hope
my
I'm
biggest
wrong.
complaint with him is like he doesn't pass the fucking ball, and like, but it's kind of crazy how I say that, like, because our offense has been shit like the past few games. 'Cause granted, we didn't have Booker, but I'm just like, damn, if we had Dylan Brooks, would
It's
our
just
offense be the same thing, or just have another like score out there, like,
a lot of it is gravity too. Gravity just like in personnel, because like if
which I
people
do think
know
Dylan
Dylan
Brooks
Brooks
has
can,
has gained like that gravity this year,
which
like
is
to the point where
why.
like they might send another person at him.
And
Yeah,
I think he also has a kind of an increased gravity because he doesn't pass the fucking ball. So teams
yeah,
know he's gonna shoot. So you kind of gotta throw two at some points because you know the ball is gonna
exactly.
go up. So if you know he's gonna get a decent shot, throw the extra defender at him. So
Mm.
that's why I think Dylan Brooks in the playoffs might not be the best, at least individually. Maybe he's a decoy for Jalen Green, and Jalen Green has a great series. Booker goes off. Oso
I
Ighodaro,
hope I hope he
Finals
turns into a
MVP.
decoy and Jalen Green can be like the second like guy
That
next
that's
to Booker.
that's what I think would be the most likely scenario, just coming off of a 6 week injury rest. Because the conditioning is one thing for Dylan Brooks. He's a little bit of
Yeah,
a
even
not
get
old.
that conditioning, bro. In the
He's not
playoffs, he's gonna be playing hella minutes.
exactly. He's not an older guy, but he's younger, yeah. But he's gonna be the second option. A little bit
That's
harder.
what I'm hoping in these next few weeks, like Jalen Green, like with Booker, probably most likely coming back tomorrow. And Jalen Green's gonna play. Just if they can just build some kind of continuity, some kind of chemistry that where
Yep.
Jalen Green can just feast off of, and get his numbers back up to the point where like Dylan Brooks comes back, he doesn't have to worry about taking 15 shots a game. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying?
Exactly. Exactly, bro.
Yeah.
You got any more risers and droppers, bro?
And I got one more riser.
I got a couple
I
more
got I
risers
got
too.
I got Stephon Castle.
Yes, lovely. I got
I got
Wemby, so let's just talk about the Spurs as a whole.
yeah.
Talk about Spawn Castle
I got
first, though.
Stephon. I got Stephon Castle. Um, I really like him as a player. He like him and Amen Thompson. They're kind of like the same player. They're both like they like to attack the paint,
Hmm.
like to score downhill. But I think he can have a really good playoff series just with his ability to be able to attack the paint and also his ability to be able to guard. Like he's a really good defender, in my opinion. Um,
Great size.
I just feel like he can have like some really big moments that can like moments where he can like force a turnover and like cause fast break moments because
Definitely.
especially if like him and like Dylan Harper like in fast break situations like that could be like really scary for like teams. So
Dylan
just
Harper
as a bit,
downhill is fucking insane, bro.
yeah.
He just
So
gets the ball and runs.
exactly. So yeah, I think he can have a really good playoff series, man. Just
I,
and just
I I'm super excited for Stephon Castle's first playoff series because it's gonna be just like
yeah.
super. It's a lot of these guys' first playoff series, but I think it's gonna be like a really good stepping stone. Like this young team's gonna show that they're not a young team. They're just good.
Yeah, they're just good. Yeah,
They're just
yeah.
good. I think they are just good NBA players, and I think a lot of them believe it, and like they believe they can win a championship.
Yeah.
So that's why I also put Wemby in there. I think Wemby's gonna go absolutely berserk in this playoffs. I'm hoping for.
I have a counter to your Wemby.
Go
Just
ahead, go ahead.
I didn't put him on my list,
You want to put him in
but
dropper?
no, I didn't put him on dropper, but I just wanted to say, I do think like in his first playoff series he could play well, but at the same time, do you think the level of like aggressiveness that's going to be thrown at him is that going to take a toll on him and just be
I think
like,
I think it'll hurt.
is
Yeah.
yeah, is he going to stay like level-headed to like be able to like just keep composure? Because there are moments like I think it was the game they had against the Pistons
Mm,
where they were like grabbing him, throwing to the ground. He did do a good job with just getting back up and just
yeah.
going back to defense versus like
In
complaining or
in
just.
the playoffs, they're
But
not gonna call shit. They're gonna
they're not gonna
grab
call
him,
shit. You
hold
know what I'm
him,
saying?
hit him.
So like don't be so they're gonna get all up in his space. They're gonna bump him. He might get thrown off balance, which then will force him. Which like really should be the key. Like throw him off balance so that
Hmm.
way he can then have to force up some type of really contested shot. So could that
Yep.
could he potentially? Like
I
I
think for
think first
sure.
round will be good, but like second round and even later than that,
I
like
think for sure because we talked about it. We talked about it with so many different teams. Like the game planning and like everything in that coach's room is gonna be. It's just gonna have Victor Wembanyama in bold fucking letters.
it's
So
kind of crazy. We set the tone at the beginning of the year how to guard him. It's kind of crazy. You know what
You're
I'm saying?
fucking funny. Yeah, they're probably gonna watch that film if we're being honest. Like not even
Yeah,
joking.
yeah.
But their game plan is literally gonna be the second Wemby gets the ball at 8 to 10 feet within
Throw
that
defenders
rim.
straight at him.
2 feet, two defenders need to 4 feet around him. You need two pairs of feet around him at all times, both sides. You need him locked up. Throw the ball. He has to get rid of the ball immediately, and he's gonna be forced to make the plays. So it's gonna be you're gonna be looking at Stephon Castle, De'Aaron Fox, Carter Bryant hit a couple threes every now and then. You're gonna be looking at his role players to step up. I just hope they do, because
Hmm.
if they don't, that playoffs their playoff run is done. Because if his role players start stepping up, then you can't throw two at Wemby every single play. Then
Hmm.
Wemby's able to open up his floor a little bit more. Then the entire series can open up a little bit as even if they guard him well in the first 2 games, you adjust. It takes time because the playoffs change so much. It's kind
Yeah,
of weird. Like you could be like up 2-0 in the NBA Finals and then lose 4 straight games against the Milwaukee Bucks in 2021. Like it's just stuff happens. It's just you can be very.
you're
it's
an
just
asshole.
it's
There's
just
no,
like the
it's
game
like you
planning.
could have picked a different situation or just a different final something, man.
But just game planning changes everything. So Wemby definitely will have a tough series. I just think he'll have a good one
Yeah.
personally. But there's a world out there where Wemby's like, oh shit, I'm averaging like 15 points a game. My defense is there, but what the hell? I can't score.
Yeah,
I
I'm
can't get in
not really
there.
contributing much on offense, you know
And
what I
if
mean?
and if his threes aren't falling and they're blocking him in on the paint, what is Wemby gonna do there? So
Exactly.
it's gonna be a little interesting to see his first playoff series. I hope he does dominate and sets the tone for the rest of his career that he's a
Yeah.
playoff performer. It just kind of shows up.
Yeah.
I got one more. I got 2 more risers that I didn't bring up because I brought more risers. But
I
we'll
got one
just.
more dropper, but I'll let you go
Oh,
first.
bet. Go. No, you give me your dropper first.
Okay. I was kind of deciding between the team or this player, but Karl Anthony Towns.
I had him on droppers
All
too.
right. I was kind of debating on putting the Knicks as a whole,
That's
but
fair. I was gonna
just
put Mikhail for a little bit, but I couldn't hate on my guy.
yeah, yeah, I got love for him.
Yeah, I got too
Even though
much
we're
love.
hating on Cam, but like we have, yeah, you know what I'm saying. But
Cam just fucking sucks right
yeah,
now.
it's different. But for Cat, I mean, this year in his second year with the Knicks, his numbers aren't that great. The eye test, when you actually watch the games, he hasn't really been effective. Um, and my main thing, like I remember I made a post on our account a few days ago
Mhm.
where it was like Karl Anthony Towns and offensive fouls, and it's the GIF of Kobe and Shaq because he just loves
I
to
like
get
that this
offensive.
morning, bro.
I'm just like,
I
it's
just
re
saw that.
so my thing is like his efficiency isn't there, his numbers aren't that great. Great at rebounding, which is cool and all, but in terms of just numbers, like yeah, can I trust him to like take the pressure off of Jalen Brunson in some of these moments to hit big shots like he did last year, like just off memory. Like he hit a really big shot in I think it was a game three against the Pistons in the first round. He hit like a really big deep three that kind of swung the momentum back for them. So
Dude, yes. Oh my
yeah, so
gosh. The second you
yeah, that's
said
what I'm
deep
saying.
three, I
So
knew
is he going to
exactly
be
what you were
able to
talking
have
about.
exactly? Is he going to be able to have that same kind of series and just kind of playoff performances this year? I'm kind of iffy about it. I also don't know if he's going to stay on the court because he's
Foul
takes so many
fucking
offensive
hungry.
fouls
Very
and
foul
like
hungry.
you know what I mean. So I
One
am a little
thing,
worried about him.
one thing I've also been concerned about too. Excuse me, where the hell is the best shooting big man of all time? Where the fuck has he been?
Exactly. Like
Because
he hasn't been at this year.
I
Like
had to pull
like
up his stats right now. He's averaging 1.6 makes per game on 4 attempts, 37%. 37%? Come on, brother.
yeah,
Like Onyeka Okongwu snatched his chain for the best shooting big man
so
this year.
fast. Shout out
like,
him. Shout out, bro.
dude, you know Okongwu shot 3 threes in his rookie season, and now
Damn.
look at him.
All that's
Like,
what I mean.
isn't
He
that
elevated his
insane?
game. That's
That is
good.
called changing your game. Imagine it, like Ben Simmons, read a fucking like read this shit, bro. But
Yeah.
like Karl Anthony Towns has been super disappointing, and it's just like the shooting is kind of what the Knicks really want from you. You're offensively there, and the offense hasn't been the problem for the Knicks. No, like so I'm not gonna dog on his offense too much because the offense has been good for the Knicks, but Karl Anthony Towns can play offense. But on the other side of the floor, God,
Yeah, I
man,
didn't even mention his defense. Like his
God,
he's not a good rim protecting big.
it's
He's
so
slow.
bad.
He's slow. He doesn't have to get IQ to make that extra read to be like, oh shit, let me slide over here to cut off this play they're trying to do.
Which
But
is
he'll
like he's
just,
better with running the floor with Mitchell Robinson at the five. It's just been
which
better.
it might be, this could potentially, this, whatever happens in the postseason, don't be surprised if he has a really bad series and now they're having discussions about getting rid of him or trading him.
I could see that honestly. I think he's
Yeah,
definitely the
like this, like he should have that in his mindset where like I'm not guaranteed to be here next year. You know what I'm saying? Like,
definitely
yeah.
he like he is the most obvious Sacramento King ever.
Yeah. Damn, don't send him there. That's just
Could you
purgatory, bro.
imagine,
Don't
bro?
send him there.
That's where careers end, bro. No offense. Nah, give Brody a fucking contract, bro. Give Russell Westbrook a contract before this season.
God,
Kings waive him.
did you see my comment that I posted about
Yeah,
that?
that he
I
could
was saying like
still
he's good enough. It did blow up. It's like he's good enough to be on a on a playoff
he
team.
definitely is. He
Maybe
definitely
teams just
definitely
don't
is.
want him.
I have two more risers here that we don't gotta go too in depth, but these are kind of well. One of them is the Celtics, the team. That's obvious. I think as a whole, I think I love Jaylen Brown. I think he's one of the best players this season. He's like a top seven player probably in the NBA this year. Absolutely
Is he the
incredible
best
season.
two-way player outside of like Wemby?
I think two, yeah, he's easily the best. I would just say best two-way player
Just in the league?
Just because
I think so as well, yeah.
Wemby's offensive game is not as good as his defense is like otherworldly, yeah. But
His numbers haven't been crazy.
Jalen Brown's like a 30 point per game scorer and like an all NBA defender. So it's also just nice to watch a wing do it, you know?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
Jalen Brown's a really satisfying player to watch. So I'm excited for his playoff run. But fucking Jason Tatum's back this Friday. We should probably talk about that.
I mean, that came from Bill Simmons. Some guy
Who's a
like
Celtics fan. He's a like insider, and so like he's talking about the Celtics all the time. He knows Celtics stuff. He always be
you
talking
know,
about
it's
the
funny. I
Celtics.
saw someone say, I just realized that after that in a few games, he'll have to play against Lou Dort. And I'm like, sit him out for that fucking game, bro. Do not fucking play him in that game.
Lou
Sit his ass
Dirt,
out.
bro. Lou Dirty player, bro. That's actually
God.
fucking insane, bro.
Dead ass. If Lou Dort did some dirty shit, he might get fucked up by like Celtics players. Like they might jump him.
They might kill him. They might kill him, honestly.
I
I
hope I really hope that Bill Simmons is like just like
I
this is
think
it's
he's telling
not
the truth,
real.
bro.
Like maybe he had like some fake, not fake, but like the stuff he heard isn't like confirmed yet. I really don't need Jason Tatum back this year, bro. Just
That
take the year off, my guy.
Dejan, there is like 20 games left in the season, 22 games left for the Celtics. They're only 5 games back of the Pistons. The
Yeah.
Celtics think they can go for the one seed, and they think they can win
But
a
they don't need
championship
it
this year.
though. You're the
They don't listen. You and I both know that. You and I agree with that. They are Jason Tatum himself. Did you see the him talking to the doctor? He was
he's
talking
like,
to
I
the
don't want to come back
doctor.
to be a role player, which like, damn,
Exactly.
why role players get shots?
In their heads, they think we're fine. Like I'm just like this is normal for them. Like it's gonna happen, Desmond. You got to accept it. There's no world where Jason Tatum doesn't come back this year. He's coming back this year, and it's happening. You just have to be ready for it. We just have to hope that motherfucker is healthy, and I hope he continues that. I hope the Celtics have a great playoff run. If he's healthy and he has a play, I would love that. If the Celtics give me a
Does he
Celtics
fuck
Thunder
up anything
final.
they got going on right now?
No, just because he's played with this system before. He
But he
is
hasn't
this
played with these group of guys. Some
he
of these
hasn't
group of
played with these
guys.
group of guys before, but
Like
he's a 6'10" wing who can shoot, defend, and get to the rim. You can fit him into the system
can't
very
is he
easily.
gonna be able to defend the same way as before?
That is definitely true.
Like
That
is
is
he able to
definitely
move as
true.
like laterally? Is
Oh,
he gonna
yeah,
be as
because me
quick?
personally, yeah, me, I'm thinking about the Jason Tatum from
Like the
a
scoring,
year ago.
he can hit an open three, but is he be
Yes,
able to beat somebody off the dribble? Is he
that's
gonna be
true.
able to keep up with somebody in front of him, especially like
It's gonna be hard.
if he gets switched on to like a just if let's say if he gets switched on to like a Tyrese Maxey, a very fast guard, is he gonna be able to keep up with him
Def
and move sides? So
he was able to do it before, but like barely at 6'10" before. So
that's what I'm
like, how
saying.
is he
So
gonna do it
now,
now coming
like,
off this
you're
injury?
coming back in less than a year from a fucking Achilles injury, dog. Which
Listen,
this is why I really wish the Celtics were like shit this year, so that way there wouldn't be
yes,
any pressure for him to come back.
and
I don't even think it's pressure from the Celtics. I think he's the one that's like, I'm coming back this year. Maybe the Celtics at first were like, let's wait on that. But then
mhm.
now, since they've been so good, they've been like they're more. they're more open to him. They've been more open to him.
They're definitely super open to it. It's actually it's kind of scary, honestly. Do you think it's kind of worrying, but I just don't know, man. I just don't know if this is really like the move they need to make.
They don't.
They don't, but they're going to, and we just got to accept it because they think they can win. They think they can win a championship, and there's a world where they do.
Yeah.
We can't rule out a possibility because there's like it's probably a 0.1% chance, but there's a chance Tatum comes back the same way Kevin Durant did, even though Kevin Durant took like 2 years off, so
Yes.
probably way less chance of that. Kevin Durant came back and was the exact same player, if not more efficient.
But he actually
Tatum,
took the time off necessary needed.
exactly. That's why it's going to be hard. So there's a world out there where this Celtics team does win this championship, but I just don't see it personally. I think they're going to be a riser as a team. I like their team as a whole.
Hmm.
That's why I put them in my risers. But other than that, another riser I put was Scotty Barnes. He's gonna be a fucking god tier defender this playoffs. Remember I said that, like S tier defender.
I
He
could
already
see
is
it.
one of the best defenders in the NBA. But I'm talking
Yeah.
about like he's gonna put up some 25, 12, and 12 games in the playoffs, and people are gonna be like, who the fuck is this? Casuals are gonna find out who Scotty Barnes are this playoffs. I just want to remember that.
I can see it.
That's that's pretty much it for the playoffs, risers and droppers. We just want to talk about what's going on in next month, man. Playoffs are next month. The end of next month, April.
April. Damn.
Yep, they
Yeah.
start at the end of April. So playoffs are next month, man. Actually, very, very insane to talk about. Only 20 games left in the season. So that's pretty much
Yeah.
it for the pod besides the dunker spot, man. You got a little dunker spot for this
It's your
episode?
time to guess, man. It's your time to guess.
All right, give me one like baseline hint first. Baseline, like baseline breakdown, and then and then we'll talk.
Not an all-star at all.
Not an all-star at all. Okay, okay,
Good,
okay.
really, really good player.
Diabate? It's not Diabate.
No.
No, no, you're not looking at Musa Diabate. Okay, okay. Not an all-star at all. I'm trying to think of. Does he play on a good team?
Yes. Really
Okay,
good
so he
team.
plays on a good team, but not an all-star at all. That means like not even close to being an all-star. Isaiah Stewart?
I just don't see him being an all-star.
Isaiah Stewart? No.
No.
Really good defender. I might
Bro,
win
he
his
hasn't played.
career.
We talking about Isaiah Stewart.
Shit, you're fucking right. Oh my God,
What?
bro. I don't even know. I forgot. I'm guessing. I forget Dunker spot is last week. Like
Yeah,
last
yeah.
week. I don't know why. I gotta guess players who were playing good in the last week now. Nemeas Keita.
Yes. There you go.
Yes, my guy, bro. Pull
Hell
up
yeah.
the
There you go.
podcast. Pull up the first podcast, preseason predictions. I brought up Nemeas Keita's name, and I was talking about he could be the starting center over Chris Boucher. 27 and
I haven't
17,
seen. Is
four
Chris Boucher still
stocks.
even like around, bro? I haven't seen that man at all.
Bro, he was supposed to be their starting center at the start of the year. I think he was at the start of the year,
Yeah.
and then
Shout out to
just
Manskata, bro. Really
I
good.
I definitely
Had a
saw the
career high last
flashes.
night, 27-17, I think, or something like
Yeah,
that.
and then four like
So,
five stocks, four stocks, really fucking good game. And I was
really good
rewatching the
game.
highlights that Basketball Performance posted. It's just super. It's fun to see the Celtics have like a really. They always have a good big man. They had
They do. They had a
Aaron
really good starting
Baines,
big
Al
man, and also just
Horford, Robert Williams. There always Kristaps Porzingis. There's always just a big man that can get a block and just do some stuff.
and I think the fact that they were able to snag like a stretch five in Vucevic at the deadline is kind of crazy too.
Super. That's super. Him not having to be the only center on the roster is super helpful because he
Exactly.
can split minutes. Them splitting minutes is super, super nice right now. It's just
Yeah.
he can be there for the offense and plays that he needs to be there for. And like, if for example, when you were talking about players that you play for like defensive positions, you'll sub in the Neemias Queta for your defensive positions over Vucevic in
Exactly.
a heartbeat. So stuff like that where the Celtics are gonna have some great, great movements. I love that. Shout out to the Neemias Queta, man. That's pretty much it for the podcast, man. Shout out to everybody we
What
talked
about the
about.
games for tonight?
Oh shit, you're right. There's only 4 games. That's why I was kind of forgetting.
Yeah.
4 games tonight, and oh my god.
There's not a single good one, but I don't remember which one.
All right, 5 p.m. here in Phoenix time. We got the Rockets Wizards. Who do you got?
Damn, I wish he made it tonight. Trae Young
Yeah,
tonight.
that would have been a good matchup
I'm gonna
too.
go with the Rockets though.
I like that. The Celtics and Bucks.
I'm gonna go with the Bucks. I'm gonna throw a curveball.
I like that. I like that. The Nuggets and the Jazz. Ooh, fun team. That's gonna be a fucking. That might be a good matchup.
I'm gonna go with the Nuggets. Yeah.
And then this matchup will actually matter, so it'll be kind of a decent one. Clippers and Warriors.
Darius Garland's probably gonna make. I think he's making his return tonight. Your
Really?
guy. I think so. Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay, I'm definitely too. I was gonna tune into it for sure, but that's like I'm definitely locked into that one
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
he's
So
making his debut.
if he's for sure returning, I'll go with the Clippers.
Yeah, because if the Clippers win this one, they're like a game and a half back of the Warriors, and
Yeah.
if they lose it, the Warriors continue their lead. So yeah, so it's like really big for their play-in standing. So that'll be a good. I think that'll probably be the most important matchup of the night, Clippers Warriors,
Yeah.
and yeah, the Suns will finally be back in action tomorrow, and that's pretty much it for the podcast, man. We'll be back next week, March 9th, for another podcast. It'll be up here in a couple hours, but we appreciate everybody for watching. Make sure you follow us on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, everything linked down below in the description. Dejan's always live tweeting games. He's got GIFs ready. He's got everything ready. Make sure you guys go reply. And that's pretty much it for the podcast. Appreciate you guys.
Peace out, everybody.
See you later.